let's look at the top lane matchup. We have Galio versus Fiora. I think we've seen this a couple times before, but Frank, tell me what you think about this matchup.
It should definitely be Fiora favored. It's something. If we still go back to MSI, I think Huni said that like they specifically banned the Fiora to not play against the Fiora if they pick Galio. It's something he didn't like to play against, and maybe Galio can push in the lane early on, but especially after Fiora gets a couple of items, there's not much Galio can do there. So I feel like Toddle should have the upper hand there.
All right.
And one small thing to mention, by the way, is that Moglitch is Dino. It's an inside joke from Zukulen where he forgot his shirt and got the shirt from Moglitch, but the top laner is still Dino.
I thought the correct way was that Dino lost his foot on his way to Sugarland.
Oh no.
So now instead they have a replacement Moglitch.
yeah, Dino has no foot left. So yeah. That's the official story.
All right. So in the jungle, you do have the Graves versus Kha'Zix. Not really like the most played junglers for I think a couple months ago. Kha'Zix is still seen as one of the priority champions for the jungle. However, the Graves has fallen off a little bit. We see, for example, Dirko still likes to play because he has so much experience on it. But the same thing goes for Hades. So I will still I still expect to see a lot of aggression out of both of them. So we'll see how that one goes. But I want to move on to the mid lane where we have Lucian versus Denivia.
Yeah. There's I think God picked Anivia because he thought he was going up against Yasuo. At least that's what I think. And with the Lucian, if Raka is going to play this lane correctly, especially before level 6, he should have the upper hand. After level 6, I'm not completely sure. If he buys the Hex Drink, I think he can go all in all the time because the Anivia with her ultimate and then her E, I don't think she does enough damage to really kill the Lucian or get him low enough if the Lucian can dodge the stun. If the stun lands, however, I think it's game over for Lucian. So if Rako can play the lane correctly, I think he should have the upper hand. But don't quote me on this, but because we haven't seen this matchup, I think, ever.
Yeah. Perhaps we have some people in chats who have experienced this in solo queue, but I highly doubt it. Even though we have some weird game modes, perhaps where they've been forced to play this, but whatever. We'll see how it goes. I really want to focus onto the bot lane mostly though for this game because Thresh and Yasuo are going to take it up versus Karma and Zyred. And honestly, I think if they do not win like the level 2 engagements, or perhaps even sooner than that, they should be in trouble. But geez, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. Probably the cameras is oftentimes it's on the bot lane most often because there's a lot of action going on in the 2v2 lane. So hopefully we should see a lot of that. If we go over the keystones, by the way, just really quickly, you could see in the loading screen that Galio went for the Thunderlords. It's not that uncommon to go for it. It's mostly you see the course of the Colossus, of course. It's I think the better keystone, but with the Thunderlords you have a lot more 1v1 potential. It does a lot of damage. And we have a pause just before there's going to be a fight right there. And
what? There's a bug in the map?
Yeah, on the Discord, Gold is asking for an admin.
Huh? I cannot move the map, so...
Now you can't move the map in spectators, if it's a pause.
Something wrong with the tower?
I actually... The mid... It does seem to be fine for me, at least on the minimap, so...
Yeah.
They could definitely go for a remake here. I'm not sure how the tournament client uses a rework though, so I'm not sure if how that's going to work. But It's interesting. But talking about the Keystones, if I can finish that really quickly, you see the Galio with 10 Lords. So that means that Dino is going to play an aggressive Galio here. At least he should be. Because he's going to miss a lot of tankiness, especially in team fights. But it's going to be a lot better against in the 1v1. Other than that, we see the Lucian, by the way, going for fervor. So really trying to ramp up the aggression and go for the 1v1.
Right. Teams called they were ready, by the way, but still not starting yet. And seeing as they have been chatting in
Discord right now, yeah.
Yeah.
But it does seem that no admin has to say anything because the game is on pause, and we see the invade here from Echo Zulu.
Oh no, caught. Is still standing still there. Has to flash away. Has to dodge the hook, but does so effectively. That's yeah.
That was a little bit scary. If I take a look at a tower, both towers are completely fine for me. So it's something for their client, right? So yeah, I'm not sure what that is. It's definitely from their side of the client. So probably. Oh, there's a pause again. I'm not sure. There's a little bit of a talk going on between the teams, but probably. Yeah, they're talking about that it is a abusement of the pause by going in. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but probably admins that have to make a decision there.
It's yeah. It's a bit of a difficult one. I mean, the break was so long, well, the pause was so long. I think that the invade could have been spotted through the stream, and that's a bit of a tricky part where you have to wonder, like,
pause was only 2 minutes, so they shouldn't have spotted it, I think. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe we should talk about something else and let the admins deal with it. That's probably the best, because whatever we say, it doesn't really matter. Well, I think it matters, but it doesn't have any impact on the results. It's not our place to say so.
I always get into scenarios like, okay, I know that something's wrong, but I'm not in the position to make the call. What's the right
I really
decision,
like having been a coach previously, I always have opinions about these kind of things, because it always, like, it happened to my team as well before, like abusing pauses, just a bug in game, wanting to remake, or like so many small details that happen, and it's just something as a cast you have to let go and just say, okay, we're going to talk about a game.
Exactly. All right, they're going to talk it out with the admins. We'll have to see how it goes. So, well, what do you want to dive into more? I'm. It's so tricky to talk about that bot lane. I'm not sure.
It looks like both junglers are going to start at the Raptors as usual, especially with both having some AoE clear there. It's easy. I'm not sure how well Rako is going to help his jungler right there, because you have the piercing light, of course, as solution, but it might go over the wall. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that before. Like, Anivia can just stun the Raptors and help a lot in that sense, so that should be really fine for Chase.
Mm-hmm. Go and sneeze it out, Frank.
No, it was a cough. I have to drink a lot of water. It's so hot right now. Just drink enough water, guys. Don't pass out.
Man, I want to see what the first dragon is, but we unfortunately cannot do so. So, looking at the performance from past weekend from Echo Zulu, do you think that their mental state of mind might be an issue for this matchup, as that grand final was a pretty big hit? The same thing happened to them at the party as well. Same scenario. They won the upper bracket final, got to the grand finals with an 1-0 lead, and still ended up losing it. Is that going to be an issue for this match?
It might have been, but I don't think so. Like, after the game, of course, they were a little bit salty. They tried to cheer themselves up a little bit and try to put up a good face, but especially after the first 5 to 10 minutes, you just yeah, it's just sad. You lost the final again against one. You only had to win one game and you lost both, and it's just an awful feeling. But after that, I did see them on the stage again, talking about the game with the complete team and everything. So I do feel like they were just coping with the loss again, and they have a really good management staff as Echo Zulu to really cheer the players up again and get them into the right mindset. And with the Lucian and the Yasuo, I just feel like they're trying to have a little bit of fun this game and really just play out the loss against or at Zukula.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a waiting game for the level 2. I'm feeling it. You know, Domi did start his Q first, so that kind of takes away his ability to poke a bit back, which you would normally see with his ES. Barely takes a turret shot. That's a bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, but I do push the lane as expected. It's also a little bit strange that Goose went for a Dorn's Blade. Probably it's normal because he is the Yasuo expert here and I'm not, but...
Oh, nice hook onto Goose, or Zarvet, sorry. And Goose could not follow it up. But that's one for 0. Well, 1 for 1, sorry, for now for Domi on those hooks. Although, oh wait, he did miss the hook onto Caught in the mid lane.
Yeah, but that was flashed away, so that's a little bit... It's difficult. Oh,
there's the level 2, there's the knock-up onto Zarvet. He has the flash away, it was already ignited. Nice flash play from Domi, gets the hook as well. Zarvet in a lot of trouble, no summoners left. First blood is there for Goose.
And as you mentioned, they only need to survive the level 2 Asterion at this, and it's something they could do. Great play by Goose here, that's why he picked up the Doran's Blade instead of the Doran's Shield, which I was expecting. But Chase is here going in onto Domi with the hook, and they're going in.
Oh, another knock-up, and Chase is not going to survive this one. Another kill for the bottom lane. That is horrible. They get the double buff onto Goose, and 2 kills. Jeez.
The game couldn't have started any worse. Like, disregarding the flash on the side of God he had to use early on, it just... A double kill on the Yasuo, a double buff on the Yasuo, 18 CS right now, and already with the Zeal, it's just insane.
That's pretty crazy, yeah. So, well, you know, the bottom lane matchup kind of went the way, well, at least that X-Zulu wanted it, but it kind of went the way I expected it. You know, they need a level 2 to go for a fight. They instantly went for it and they won it. You know, it is just to be expected, and I think that as you see a battle.
Oh, nice total repost. That was a great repost by him. Yeah. Thunderbird does proc, so he does lose quite a bit of health, but overall it's
another
fine.
hook onto Zyra. He still does not have summoners, being slowed up by Goose. There is another kill, and Goose is on the killing spree.
Goose is playing this so well, but I think the real MVP of this bot lane is Domi, because his first hook in the lane chunked Zyra so low that they had to use his potion and was still not full HP. And that led Goose to be able to go all in at level 2. And then he still played at level 2 really well, Domi that is, by waiting for the hook until the last possible moment. So really playing so well. And then this kill again is because of his hook. So they're just playing so well right now.
Yeah, we do see Chase is in position around the mid lane. Caught has been landing quite a fair amount of Qs onto Rako. But you know, at this stage it's difficult for him as he does so once again. It's difficult for him to really get that kill. There's just not enough damage at this point. And Chase cannot get in there in time to assist to that.
Oh, but Gold is doing quite well for himself. He's a little bit behind in CS, but the only thing really holding him back right now is the mana. But in around 2 minutes, if he can get the blue buff, he's great. But that is something that Echo Zulu should contest probably, because they have the stronger bot lane right now. Their jungle is also quite bright, it seems, and they're ganking mid lane.
Yeah, but Haley's being stunned up. Well, nice calling there from... Oh, the Echo just narrowly getting the pop onto the passive of shots. He just walked into it. That was
I'm not sure. It could be deliberate, right? Because that means that he gets all the CS. Because right now you can't dive him again. He's full HP, so he should be able to pick up all the CS and have a better recall timing than if he didn't. It is a little bit risky, but it might be a really good use of the passive.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So could be deliberate. He did use his his mastery flare.
Yeah, but that could be either way. It doesn't say much. I do feel like that right now that after going for the Grom, that Hades should try go for the recall, maybe get his red first and then really contest the blue buff. Rako is stronger in the mid lane, their bot lane is stronger, so really go and deny the blue buff of the Anivia because that makes you so strong. Oh, Toddle using the ultimate there, not able to hit all the four stances, and it's just a great trade overall for him.
Yeah, he really had to go in there with the ulti because he was getting bullied a little bit by Dino. By Mauglitz, I should say, of course. But you know, just using his ulti to trade a little bit back onto him and just being able to sustain a bit further into that lane. Just goes back and buys a nice Tiamat and teleports back to the top lane. We do see that Mauglitch is heading towards that mid side, perhaps.
Maybe he's looking for a dive
for an ulti.
There's an opportunity. Hades is also level 6 and moving around the side. Chase is getting seen probably right now, but they know that Dino is there, so maybe they're only going for the blue buff still because that's where Hades is heading.
Yeah, he is kind of setting up there. Chase is pretty low. Thought is okay. But then again, there's a lot of pressure onto the bottom lane. So I'm not sure if Zyra and Kleber can get in there in time.
No, you see Chase recalling right now, and he cancels recall. Hades going in.
Oh, nice flash forward. Chase is solo. Can they kill him first? Yeah, they do, and Hades does not get alive. Nice pick up there. Nice flash over from Rako. He is going to get the double kill. So in the end, a 2-for-1 trade. Not too bad, but it was pretty close. You know, Hades could have almost survived that one. That would have been insane if he would have been down there.
If he would have survived that, that would be even better. But right now, Rako getting 2 kills, so really able to snowball the mid lane from this point, taking the blue buff as well. Maybe even looking for a dive on this bot lane.
Oh, teleport being used by both of the top laners. Oh no, wait, sorry, the mid laner and the top laner. It's called. That
feels like a waste from Dino to teleport there. There's really no reason. Once you bait out of the teleport from God, that's really all you want there because there's no way you can dive it otherwise. Like, you barely had the meme wave. Great look by Tommy once again here.
Yeah, picks up Kleber. Kleber still has the flash, but stays in there to get the snare, the roots. But cannot really do much with it. But we do have Chase in position still. Rako getting a lot of damage from Caught in the mid lane.
It feels like he's not really playing the matchup that well. Like, he has a sustain, but he dashes in all the time to go for trade. But because he dashes in, he can get stunned all the time. So I'm not sure if he should play it because he still had in farm. He does apply a lot of pressure, but it also causes him to just catch a lot of stuns.
So looking pretty good for Zulu so far. They have a mid laner who's 2-0-0 and a bottom laner who's 3-0-0. So if they can even get their top lane going right now, as we see Hades moving in there, that's going to be troublesome. Nice flash forward from Mauglitch to get the taunt. Now Total flashes away finally, but can he get far enough? I don't think so. Hades picks up that kill. Could not transfer it to Mauglitch, which is unfortunate, but still nice pick up there. As you see, Chase heading towards the bottom side, but nice hook onto Kreabea. Nice ulti there from Goose, but he does not get the kill, and now Chase is there in the backside. But he is looking a bit scary, and they do not want to fight this one.
So Xayret didn't have any mana left, so and without any summers, all but
another hook on Kreabea. He's gonna get blown up. Rampage for Goose.
I feel like Domi is hitting every hook right now, and at this point, I'm not even sure if it's just Tommy playing really well, which he obviously is. But it feels like Asterion is also being a little bit poor in their positioning right now, because even if the enemy Thresh is playing so well, you should not be getting caught by so many hooks.
Well, we did see in the pre-lobby chat that KB isn't really feeling well today. Has been, they say he has been puking a lot. So that doesn't help, of course, feeling terribly sick, but who knows. Nice double stun there, thoughts.
Yeah, it's nice, but look at this mana. Look at the mana of the bot lane as well. There's just... Echo Zulu should be able to pressure so hard right now. Even Goose being in a 1v2 lane, pushing in. Dino with rotation to mid lane to get the second third of the game right now. And really, Echo Zulu is in so much control right now.
Yeah, I was... Oh.
That's happening.
They're asking DC in chat. Does look like it.
He used his summoner, so...
Oh.
No. Oh, that's just a gun for him there. There's nothing he can do. Can Cyrus go anything else?
Evil, he does jump away, but Rako going behind him, gets the kill, gets the double kill. Yeah, just calling out in all chat that he was AFK because he wasn't feeling well, so...
Yeah.
I don't know how long this game is gonna last right now, because at this point, the difference is just huge.
Yeah, we can try and say what the win conditions are from Asterion right now. It's probably only his total, because he has to maybe solo carry, go to the side and get a 2 kills without dying or something. But in all honestness, there's not much they can do. It's like, yes, their farm in the mid lane and top lane is nice. The jungle is also not... Oh, it's still almost 1300 gold behind. There's not much they can do.
Nope, they definitely cannot. I mean, yeah, it's all being up in farm really doesn't help them too much, because even though he is up in farm, the 2 assists that Moglitch has right now...
Oh
no, he's getting canned. With 3 people at the same time. Nice stomp there. He doesn't get away. The box keeping him in there. Nice pickup once again for Goose. 5-0-1. Hades is in trouble though. He's being flanked here by Chase, and Kayabea still has his flash away, but does get the kill, and he survives. What a miracle escape from him.
Like, everything that can go wrong for Asterion is going wrong. Even in the 2v1, Hades is getting the kill. Meanwhile, Echo Zulu is getting the second, third on the top lane. Maybe Cyrus can get the bot lane turret, but if you...
Oh, the hook on to caught. There we go, another kill.
And Toddle is down as well.
Yeah.
No, who's missing is... who's even missing a steel temper there to the Yasuo Q, but it doesn't even matter. Maybe Chase is going in right now. Ooh, Dobby misses Zoom. That's one of the first ones.
Yeah, that definitely was one of the first ones. But, you know, not even 15 minutes in and they pick up the inhibitor in the top lane.
Is this point where classes like Monte Cristo and Do are going to talk about their day-to-day life and everything, or? I can try and go and hype this game, but 9k gold behind, and with this deficit, they did get a bot lane turret, which is nice, but they lost the top lane turret. Like, it's at 15 minutes right now. The Herald is being picked up by Echo Zulu, and I really have no idea what Asterion can do right now.
I know a certain duo of casters, of which one is now casting the Challenger series, that they used to talk about sandwiches at points where the game was either boring or, you know, they didn't really have anything to talk about. But
the sandwiches, what do you do in your sandwiches? Cheese, peanut butter?
No, let's not go that route.
No? Okay.
That's terrible.
I know you like your pizzas with pineapple, which is really the wrong choice, but maybe your sandwiches are better.
I don't know. I'm a pretty standard sandwich kind of guy. Sandwich with cheese and peanut butter, whatever.
No peanut butter. Peanut butter is awful. Cheese is good though.
You're horrible.
At least one thing we agree on. That's not often.
Alright, well, in the meantime, Akazulu is going to push on towards that mid lane. As Total has been condemned to defending that top lane against the super minions. Without waltzing the way in there. We do not get a 15-minute surrender, which... Did it happen in that upper bracket semi-final, or was it?
Yeah. MCon. Yeah. Well, it was, to give a little bit of context, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. So, there's Hook from Zyra.
Yeah, nice Hook from Zyra, but he gets away with the ulti. So, the ulti from Rako really didn't hit too much there. But all they have to do is they just can stall, you know. They have a big wave coming up in the bottom lane. Yeah, Total, who has to defend top side. So they can just rotate over, use that massive wave in the bottom lane, and get their second inhibitor, the secondary turrets in that lane pretty easily, I would imagine at least.
Jace getting bursted down immediately. Zyra and Freya have to run away no matter. Zyra is down. Freya probably will be able to survive, but Goose can just jump to the minions.
Yeah, meanwhile, Rako, along with Mowglitch, get a nice pickup onto Cot, and eventually a triple kill even here for Goose. They're going to pick up their second inhibitor turret as they use the Rift Herald, and I really think that Rift Herald might just be the done deal
for
the game.
It might just be over. Asterion is not much they can do right now. I haven't seen a Rift Herald go onto the Nexus turret so often. I don't think that happens too much in the game. Probably the Rift Herald is down at those points, but even though we're going in right now, not even being able to kill Goose, there's just no stopping them right now.
Come on, Henry the Rift Herald is gonna finish this game maybe. Are we gonna see it? No.
Yeah. Oh, there's a victory then. Spooky does that is so cool.
I've never seen that one before. That's pretty crazy.
That's just a Rift Herald dancing, showing off his skills. Oh wow.
Man. Alright, so I don't even know what to say about this matchup. It's
Respect for Asterion to finish the game, even though it didn't go that well. Freya being a little bit sick today. We wish him the best. But this game was pretty one-sided.
It definitely was. I'm just checking out the damage graphs, you know. It's not even that Goose is the highest. Well, he isn't even that far ahead of Rako. I kind of expected him to have done a bit more, but of course Rako being ranged can do a little bit more damage in trades, so you know it's maybe to be expected, but
yeah. Dino really not doing much, only having dealt 3,700 damage, being part of I think 6 kills lowest of his team. It's just being Galio. Yeah. If your whole team is winning on the bot side, that's a top lane, you're just on an island doing nothing basically. Just don't die, maybe get 1 or 2 ganks, get a couple of assists, and that's all he did this game.
Yeah, so Akazulu is now on 6 points. So they're still in the running to perhaps go towards the finals in the Amsterdam Arena. And yeah, I'm well, you know, surprised that it worked out with the Yasuo, and it did, and how it worked out as well as it did, you know. So props to Goose for bringing that one out here.
No, it was great play by him. Domi and him really knowing what they had to do in the bot lane. Domi hitting all the hooks, Goose just going in when he was able to at level 2, and really snowballing from there. Even getting the kill on K6 when he ganked.
Yeah,
I think at that point the game was almost over.
That was that was a bit too much, you know, getting double buffs on him that phase of the game, and he coming back with a Zeal at level 2 or 3 it was, I think level 3. So yeah, that was a quick one. But I guess we're just gonna head over to a break. So depending on how long we have to wait for Avenue and MCon to get ready, because of course they expect to that they have to play at 10. We should be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see how it goes. So stay right there, get something to drink, refreshing yourself, and we'll see you right back in 10 minutes.